I guess we just walk right into that. Just give it like
Yo.
Papa Bordy and check your rollie. It's that
It's
time.
that time.
Dude, we gotta get that voiced over. Good morning, y'all. It's me, Fred Michaels.
10:30, and it's me. The voice is inside Randy Orton's head.
Dude, you've been talking to him for a very long time.
Yeah. I keep on telling him to flash the cameras, but he doesn't want to do
Dude, the crowd in France really sang your song.
it. Yeah. They I told him I was like, hey man, they're cheering you on. You should smile or something. And
They're really
the
weeded
brighter
up, dude.
side. The Legend Killer really is a thing of the past now.
Yeah, it's good seeing him though, and it's good that he's starting off our show because he's a legend.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a legend. Still going.
Even these younger people that I'm not really aware of, like obviously I know them now because I'm like a year in now watching consistently. But New Day, their 10-year anniversary, they announced it like it's coming up, or it was yesterday or something.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to see Big E.
Like, just what was his name? Was it like Ezekiel? I think.
Yeah.
Was it Ezekiel? Before he was Big E, he was
I
just
just wonder,
Ezekiel.
like, how terrible are these people's real names that they always got to come up with something just absurd?
Well, the funny case I would say is Bryan Danielson, how he just flipped his name.
Yeah, that guy on AEW, Daniel Bryan, looks a lot like Bryan Danielson, bro. Did you ever see that?
That's a funny one. How did you feel when you found out some wrestlers' names weren't their names?
Dude, man, like, it was just on my mind. I'm not sure. They're the Usos.
Yeah.
It's not their name, but when they started out at the Florida Wrestling FCW or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy was still like Jimmy or something, but Jay was Jules Uso. What the fuck?
Well, it's funny because like those guys, they have like really average names. Like Roman's name is Joe.
Joe.
It's fucking
Our
Joe.
tribal chief, Joe.
Joe. But it's cool because then, like, how did he come up with that Roman Reigns name? I think it's something about the Roman Empire. I could just be reaching.
Possibly. I mean, they when he, I don't know if it was when he first started, but when he was with the Shield, they had him in blue contacts.
That is true. I remember that.
Trying to whitewash him.
Dude, I feel like at that time a lot of people wore contacts.
For real?
Yeah, I remember Alex from school.
Oh, yeah.
To this day, I still
I
remember.
never realized that. Yeah, he had certain contacts, and then
Like, there's been a lot of people where you could tell they're wearing contacts, and I just don't say anything, and I feel like they died off now. But at that time during high school, a lot of people had contacts for sure. There were those weird kids.
Eye color to any other color, what would it be?
Me?
Yeah.
I get changed my. I would like to be blue-eyed and blonde hair, fair skin. No, I think I just.
Does this have to do anything with your former Twitter name, Freddie I. Shitler?
Nah.
I'll let the people spell that out.
Yeah, dude, I Shitler. No, I think I'd go with like yellow.
Yellow, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, because like I like how the Fiends when he used to wear the mask and he had the yellow contacts.
Oh yeah,
it looked really sick. Yeah, it looked evil, and that's pretty cool.
And you just want to be a bad boy. I think.
Life.
Have you seen the? I think it was during the Olympics where Nike had their Olympic runners wear these like contacts with like the swoosh like deep on the inside.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not see that.
They were banned or something.
Bro, that's weird.
The amount of stuff that gets banned or like not allowed.
That's weird, dude. Why would you want? I mean, I guess logo placement or branding.
To look fucking sick, dude.
I got the swoosh in my eyes, man. Not all the kids are gonna want those.
I just do it, bro.
Yeah, no, that's weird. I didn't catch much of the Olympics this year, honestly.
Didn't miss out on much. You knew USA was gonna win.
Like, I did follow a bit of the skateboarding stuff. That breakdancer from Australia killed it.
that was awful. They should have had Booker T represent USA.
Dude, speaking of Booker T, have you ever seen the like after the TV tapings go off air and they're all
Yeah,
trying to do the
trying to get
spinneroonies?
try to do Spinneroonie, Vince, Shane, so many people, but Undertaker
Undertaker
would
did one.
not do it.
Undertaker fucking did one.
He said he refused that. That wasn't like a one night thing. Because I watched the 6 Feet Under podcast.
Yeah.
He said that Booker T would always try to do it at live shows, those type of things. That he was like, "Come on, man, the camera's not rolling. Do a Spinneroonie."
Yeah, he was always trying. A lot of people were always trying to break Taker. They're always trying to make him break character. Always.
It was Stone Cold, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah."
Yeah. Keep stabbing him. He just looks at him like, dude, stop. Well, that's the whole reason why The Rock sells the Stone Cold Stunner that way too.
What do you mean?
You know how The Rock sells it? We're like, oh, crazy.
Yeah, like flips over.
Yeah, I think I don't know if he said he sells it because he's trying to make Taker laugh. I know that's why he does the people's elbow. He said he does the people's elbow because I think Taker said that that's such a stupid ass like move, and then The Rock was like, "I'm gonna do it." So a lot of people have tried to break him. Yeah, like you said, Stone Cold. I mean, that man's been. I like Undertaker. He kept kayfabe alive for himself for like 30 years.
Yeah, this is recently with him fully retiring, where he's actually
It's cool seeing that side of him, though.
saying stories.
Yeah.
He just had a recent show with Kane on, and they were talking about stories with them.
Kane is a wild turn. He's a mayor.
Yeah, super Republican.
Yeah, he's a mayor in Kentucky.
Yeah,
Kentucky's a very nice state, by the way. They have very nice roads.
can you imagine that? Like, freaking this guy that used to think was the fucking devil, pretty much, is your governor.
I'm pretty sure his weakness is fire or something, you know.
Let's go chokeslam the voting poll.
Tombstone your vote here.
How'd you feel when you first found out that they weren't brothers? Like,
I don't know, dude. That one was one of them. Like, oh fuck. I really thought they were half brothers.
with the mask and with him when he used to have hair, it was believable.
Oh,
But
for
then
sure.
when the mask was off, it's like, yeah, they look nothing alike.
Nothing alike.
All,
Well, like, weren't they always sold as half brothers?
I think maybe that's why they were trying to be. Oh, that's why they don't really look alike.
Kane's awesome, dude. Yeah, like the more you think back about him, like he was really sick. I don't think he gets his flowers as much as he should.
Yeah, he was first. He had a good skill set. It was Undertaker's skill set, but they said on the shows they try to elevate it. Like, this is even better, stuff like that.
Nah, Kane was really good, and then Kane was more of a maybe his character was deeper than Undertaker's.
Yeah,
You get me? Because Kane couldn't really do much. He didn't really talk till later in his career, so it was kind of just menacing. So it was really his outfit and his demeanor that would affect people. So I think Kane is fire. I think he deserved a longer title reign. He had like some of the shortest title reigns ever.
yeah.
I think back in the Attitude Era, I want to say he had the Ego Championship for like a month or something like that, maybe even less.
They gotta do more short times, man.
Yeah, I think Gunther's title reign is gonna end. Is gonna spoil one of our next few episodes, but I think Gunther's reign ends when Raw premieres on Netflix.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a big title change on that show. That's gonna be a big show, dude.
I can't.
Yeah, that's gonna be because I remember you asking me about CM Punk wrestling at like certain shows. I think he'll wrestle at that one. I think that's gonna be a huge show.
Yeah.
Because dude, that's crazy being on Netflix now.
Yeah, what you call it? I'm seeing the aftermath now of SmackDown going to the USA, stuff like that. This older man at my job, he's like, oh, how'd you like Roman Reigns coming back? He's like, I have no idea. They took it off of they're taking it off of Hulu. They're not on anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have these channels. I don't want to buy all these apps and streaming stuff. It's it's like, it's annoying. I was like, I try looking it up on YouTube, so I see what I see, but I got time to be doing all that stuff. And
It sucks because they have different like media deals. Like Peacock has their the live events and the library deals, but then Raw is on USA, but now it's obviously coming to Netflix. SmackDown going over to USA.
30 days for for the show to get onto Peacock.
Yeah, I saw that. But I think what they're saying is that eventually with this Netflix deal, which I'm pretty sure it's gonna do good. Like, there's no way it fails, right?
Right.
There's no way it tanks. So they're saying that I think 2025, I think sometime next year, their deal with Peacock ends. So I think at that point, I'm pretty sure by 2026, everything will probably shift over to Netflix.
That'd be good.
At least everything except for SmackDown, because I don't know when SmackDown's new contract ends.
Yeah, because they just got on USA.
Yeah, but I think they might eventually join Netflix too. Why wouldn't Netflix want everything WWE there?
It's pretty wild to have all the stuff just scattered around on Raw, on CW, on USA, on Peacock, on Hulu. I didn't even know it was on Hulu.
Yeah, they had some replays. It's like I said, it's just weird, but I mean that's how they make their money.
Yeah, I guess reaching like every audience.
Yeah, no,
So that you just got to go to this one spot though to have everything. Seems like a little bit better.
for sure.
I'm obviously not a executive or anything like that.
It used to be like that when they had the. They still have it. What is it called? Their streaming service that they used to have on their website. I forget what it was called, but I was subscribed to it, and it was like $10 a month, and you were able to watch everything on there, and then the events were on there. But obviously, Peacock picked that up, and that's why they went on there. I forget what that streaming service was called, but it was provided by them.
Yeah, you'd think a big company like that would just have it on like one on their site.
The problem is cable, because they want to stay on cable, because cable is obviously where they made their money.
Yeah, probably not with the Switch. They probably realize that everybody's moving on.
Yeah, so I think now with how everything's going to streaming, yeah, Netflix was the right move for sure. I'm excited for that. I think that's where Gunther loses, man.
Maybe not like over a year title reigns anymore. Maybe they'll give him a couple or something.
It's got to be like sporadic. Like you can't have like Gunther had this long ass reign, which was good, but it was also coincided with Roman's long ass reign.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, well now you have 3 belts that are just locked up, and then they had to create the new one. What is it? The World Heavyweight? Is that what it's called?
World Heavyweight, yeah.
Which you knew it was gonna happen, because how can you just lock up 2 belts like that?
Right.
It sucks for the talent.
I'm glad I wasn't watching during that time.
It was cool up to a point, but like it should have ended. I think WrestleMania 39, the first time he faced Cody. It should have ended there. It was a good time.
Yeah. How much? I think Cody probably lose before Gunther, to be honest.
I don't know, because I don't see him losing to anybody.
Jacob Fatu.
You think Fatu would take it already? Nah, there's no way.
They build it up for sure. They already planted the seeds by Cody challenging him.
Yeah, I think they really want Reigns and Fatu.
Reigns versus Fatu would be fire.
I think that's what it's gonna. I think that's gonna be the big match that comes out of there. It's gonna be Reigns versus Fatu.
Because Roman and Cody teaming up to go against them, it's kind of wild.
It's like you saw it coming. It's like a Power Ranger team up when the good and the bad Power Rangers fight each other, and then by the end of the episode, they're best friends and they're fighting the other bad guy.
Yeah,
wow. That's exactly what it is. It's like, all right. It was cool when I was 5, dude, but I'm fucking almost 30 now. Don't do it. It's like I've seen it already.
Because he could have faced somebody else or bring up some new talent.
That's the thing too. SmackDown's roster is like very slim.
But like, is it though, or is it just because it's Cody in the Bloodline, and
I would say
sprinkle everything in?
I would say slim in terms of like just the way that they use people. Because like AJ's there, but I don't know if he's hurt. Shinsuke was there, but I don't know what's going on with him.
He's for real disappeared. At least AJ was kind of written off with the I Quit match.
And then he kind of came back, and it's like, okay.
You got a lot of tag teams, but DIY, Street Profits, but they're not going against the Bloodline. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Like they need to push somebody. They need to draft somebody. There's just too many hard hitters on Raw.
And then even with the women's division, fucking Nia Jax, the Bloodline's everywhere, dude.
The Rock is just touching everything, dude.
His daughter, fucking GM
NXT. Yeah.
Like the Bloodline was on NXT. Like Jeez. I'm number one Jacob Fatu fan, but they're everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wonder how that storyline is. It has to end with Roman versus The Rock, right?
Yeah, but just
Has,
or
it has to be.
then you have all these Samoans in the WWE. Are they just gonna go against other like just the casual like Bloodline versus Pretty Deadly? Like what the fuck?
No, I think the bloodline will eventually break off. Obviously, Fatu will definitely be a big star coming out of there. Solo will too. Tangaloa is the goat.
Infamous tongue.
Bro, the fact that they call him Bachaloa is crazy.
Bachaloa is crazy. Yeah.
That's insane, dude. And then, have you ever seen that video of when he's doing like the little like slabs to Okada's chest, and he's like, pew pew. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, no, I think the bloodline will eventually break up. I think Roman will probably go face again, and I
Imagine
think.
he promos like he used to again. You stuck up sucker push. The one promo he had on set.
Oh, I forget. Let's get back to the how wrestlers get their names. Seth Rollins, that's not his name.
It was Tyler Black. No, that was his first
That
wrestling.
was like his wrestling
It's
name,
like
yeah.
Lopez,
Yeah, I think so, something like that.
our Latino king.
Dude, I remember it was sometime in either elementary school or like middle school. I went to the library and they always have a bunch of wrestling books, like biographies and just shit like that. And they had like this behind the scenes book that I have never found ever online or anything to this day. And it was weird because it was all black and white, and it'd have like the wrestler on like it was like a big coffee table book, and on one side it'd be like the Undertaker, but then on the other one it'd be like him as a real person, and it said his real name, and that was the first time I saw his name, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was just so shocked.
You should have stole that book.
I'm gonna try to find it, but like I found out his name was Mark. I found out Kane's name was Glenn. Dude, Glenn. Like what?
You know, like in 8 Mile when he's like, "Oh, this man's a gangster. His real name is Clarence." Glenn.
Glenn. I think who was I just thinking of? Rey Mysterio's name too. His name's not Rey.
Like Oscar or something.
Oscar, yeah. I was just like, what? And it's crazy because in that book, it had a picture of him without his mask.
Oh yeah.
Dude, at that point, I hadn't seen any of the WCW runs, any of that stuff that he did without the mask. I hadn't seen any of that, so I was just like, what's going on? Kayfabe broke for me for sure that day.
Ever since then, that was the start of your villain arc.
Yeah, that was when I found out wrestling is fake, but I still love it.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it's just never like. As soon as I found out it was fake, I was like, all right, it's still cool. It's like I still like it.
But everything else is fake.
Yeah, it's like this action figure is not a real person, but I still like it. You know, yeah, that book was cool. I gotta try to find it.
Where at East or?
No, at the Aurora Public Library.
Yeah, you gotta try to go find it.
I mean, I go there often, but this was when it was the old one, not the how they switched over to the new one.
You ask one of the workers, and they're like,
Let's take a quick second.
Hey,
Are you a witch?
I'm a rat.
Okay, hear you. I got the mic. Say hi.
Hello.
All right, go sit down.
She's the Undertaker.
She's the Undertaker, dude. Yeah, no, that book was cool. Like I said, it was a big book. I gotta find it. Right now, I'm reading Bret Hart's biography. That's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it.
It's just 10 pages of Goldberg.
It's just fuck you, Goldberg. Fuck you.
Did you see when Gunther had the promo with him?
Yeah, my favorite wrestler was Goldberg. It's like shit.
Goldberg.
It's like damn. I think Brett said he would have liked to wrestle Gunther. That would have been a sick match.
Yeah.
What? Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, Brett versus anybody would be fine, in my opinion.
Do you think there's any comparison with Brett right now?
Any comparison with Brett right now? You would obviously have to look at like the technical standpoint. Did you see Triple H has recently said that Daniel Garcia is probably like the next best technical wrestler?
When you say that,
Just recently, like within the last week, they said that they're really high on him.
there's talk about him supposedly.
Well, he hasn't re-signed his contract with AEW. He was supposed to, and I guess he was supposed to go over MJF.
Oh.
MGK. No, yeah, he was supposed to go over, but the fact that he didn't re-sign switched the outcome of that match. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Dude, I remember.
He could be a beast before he did all that dancing.
I was about to say, when I remember going to the first AEW show that I went to, not last June when CM Punk came back for the second time when he was hurt. I went to the Collision opening, and he was there, and obviously nobody liked him at that point, and they used to chant at him, "You're a wrestler," because he was a dancer.
Oh yeah.
And they used to chant, "You're a wrestler" at him, and he'd be like, "No, I'm not. I'm not a wrestler." It was so funny. And then to see him grow like that within a year was crazy.
Yeah, his last couple months, the whole feud with MJF really leveled him up.
His matches with Danielson were good too.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, no, they said that obviously
his protege, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say to your Brett question. Obviously, Danielson, he's up there. Roderick Strong is up there. I like Gargano too. Gargano's really good.
Johnny Gargano, yeah.
Yeah, really technically sound. Sorry, but yeah, Daniel Garcia too. Apparently, the Triple H too.
That'd be sick. What type of name do you think they'll give him?
Garcia Daniels. They just switched it up.
Like in J Balvin or something.
Dude, I don't know why when I first saw him, I really thought he was gonna like speak with like a Puerto Rican accent, like in English.
That'd be wild. I remember when we went to that show and he said, "Oh, this is the fight next," or they announced him. Like, damn, Garcia, like somebody we went to school with or something.
Right? Yeah, just a random ass name.
Random ass Latino, yeah.
I wonder if that's his actual name.
Yeah, AEW doesn't really like do the whole name change for people.
Nah, they kind of just let the wrestlers do their own thing.
Yeah, but
which is cool.
WWE tries to copyright the names and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. Sometimes like a certain performer definitely needs like the help from the company to like find their footing, or sometimes a wrestler will come in already knowing his gimmick and he just fits right in,
Right.
So it's one of those where like it's a good thing that WWE helps, but then sometimes they have overstepped.
Yeah.
I felt like a lot of that was Vince.
Can change up this person's whole like spiel where they don't really fit. Like if you're gonna change the name, have the name fit the character, fit the gimmick, fit everything.
Yeah.
Like when Tangaloa was first in WWE and he was Camacho.
Yeah, no, like I feel like a lot of that was definitely Vince.
Did he just see somebody and this is like, yeah, you're gonna be Camacho.
Dude, I wish I was in the room when whoever came up with the idea for Crime Time, like just brought it up. I hope it was him. I feel like it was.
Dude, are you just in a heavy Crime Time phase right now?
No, it just came into my head this morning. I was like, hey, fuck yeah.
Oh man. Yo.
That's how I woke up. I was like, yo, what's going on? I just looked out my window and I just saw a couple of JTGs walking around. That's it. No, but I really wonder because, like, sometimes, like you said, the stuff they were able to get away with back then, Crime Time being a big one, like, that shit wouldn't fly today.
Like, have JTG be like 50 Cent around
Pretty much, yep.
Right when G Unit was becoming popular, the whole bulletproof vest and stuff.
Yeah, like they capitalized on that, but like, who came up with the idea? I really hope it was Vince because I could see that.
His whole thing,
the whole do-rag.
To be this, he has like black writers there, like producers and stuff. They're like, "Oh yeah, we can handle this." He's like, "No, I will do it."
It's like I got all the jokes, guys. Yeah, I feel like with that whole do-rag thing, and then that when he did the John Cena.
the GOAT. You see
Direct Vince.
him,
Direct Vince was crazy.
dude. Vince just all around was insane.
I'm excited for that documentary that's coming out.
It's from him, no? Like,
I don't think
because they're interviewing him on there.
I don't think it's him. Maybe it's like a show where they were doing it they were doing like a documentary on him, and as they were doing it, maybe like the case broke.
Yeah,
So then they like have parts with him, and then obviously they were like, "Well, shit, now this happened. Let's add a couple more episodes to bring other people and talk to them about stuff." I don't know. I'm pretty sure it'll be good.
yeah. Honestly, the man has lived an insane life.
Yeah, and then like I said, reading Brett's book, it's I like it's really crazy because he talks about Vince and how he like took over the territories and stuff. It was crazy because no one had done it then.
He was like a dictator, colonizer of the wrestling world.
But it's crazy because like it worked. Do you get me? Because if he hadn't done that, wrestling wouldn't be this big.
You don't think so?
Nah, it'd still be because it used to be territories. Like it'd be big. Like, it was big, but it was like little shows. Like it'd be like 5,000 people max.
Right.
You
Yeah.
get me? And then now arenas, they're like 14 to 19,000.
Football stadiums, dude.
Football stadiums, yeah, exactly. Those are nearing like 80,000, 90,000.
Yeah, and filled with people.
Yes.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's one of those like, dang, like if he hadn't done that, like wrestling wouldn't be this big. But then it sucks during that time because he was buying people out, or he didn't even buy that many people out. I think if I remember, he only bought like 3 families out, and the Hart family was one of them. Only because he said he respected those families.
They had the Maple Leaf wrestling or something like that.
Stampede Wrestling,
Oh, okay. Because I seen recently that there's a Canadian wrestling promotion
a new one.
that's opening that is first time in how many years?
Well, yeah, I don't think Canada has that had a wrestling league since Stampede closed. But yeah, they had Stampede Wrestling, and that was Stu Harts and all the Harts, and he bought them out, and then two other families, but that was it. Everybody else, he kind of just bought their talent. He was like, "Hey, I'll pay you more if you work for me." All right.
Yeah, dude, that's insane.
And that's what pissed a lot of people off because he was like just stealing talent. But like I said, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we were at. And it's funny because a lot of those promoters eventually ended up working for him or with him or against him in some point.
Right. You know.
But like I said, it all worked out.
Yeah, and luckily we have what we have.
But honestly, I'm happy he's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
It was one of those where it's like, I appreciate what you did for the business, but you probably should have stepped down like as soon as not Vince, Stephanie and Triple H became more of authority figures on TV.
Yeah.
That was like the 2010s. I was like, all right, Vince, that's when you should have stepped down. Because I think storyline, he was like fired from his job, right? So Triple H and Stephanie took over. And it was cool. That was during the whole authority line with
Yeah.
Seth and shit. And I feel like that's when he should have stepped away. He should have been like, all right, it's my son-in-law and my daughter got it. It's like, I'm going to go retire.
No, he's just a fucking sicko. He loves the game.
He loves shitting on people.
Inside the ring, outside of the ring.
Everywhere. He just likes shitting. Nah, he's, like I said, he's one of those controversial figures,
Yeah.
Because it's like we said, he did all these big things that amounted to a lot of good, but
But
now
little
it's like,
after the show at the hotels, he was shitting on bitches.
not even at hotels, his office. It's crazy.
Right, just like in the locker room for at the United Center.
Yeah. That's the thing. I was, because
Everybody
that
walking into the locker room like,
smells like shit. That's another question that I recently asked some people too. I wonder why they don't come to the United Center.
oh, because they don't go to was it the Rosemont?
Yeah, they always go to Allstate.
Yeah, I wonder.
And, like they even had WrestleMania 22 at the Allstate Arena. That is insane to think about because I've been there before. What's up?
They never had it at the United Center.
I don't remember them ever going to the United Center. They've gone to the Chicago. What was the old stadium? Chicago Stadium
Yeah,
before. Yeah, right. Maybe they went there back then.
because AEW doesn't even go there, right? They go to like the Hoffman.
Not, dude. The Collision show that I went to was at the United Center.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, when CM Punk came back, it was at the United Center
Damn, I wonder why.
because he
Maybe
sells out shows.
the with the place in Rosemont.
It's the Allstate, right?
Yeah,
Rosemont is the Allstate. The one we went to was the what the fuck was that one?
it was
That was
that was Allstate.
no. We went to a different one. It was like a bank one. What the fuck was it called?
Was it the McCormick? It wasn't the United Center. I know that.
No. It was definitely not. I forget what it's called. It starts with the W. It was like something Bank Arena.
Wintrust.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, the Wintrust Bank Arena, and that was that's in Chicago. That's right off Soldier Field, I think. Remember?
Yeah, I think that's the Chicago Sky play.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
And then AEW recently went back to the Now Arena at Hoffman Estates, but that one's cool because that's where they started.
yeah. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so that's cool. But I've always wondered why WWE doesn't go to United Center. It's a much bigger.
You gotta dig deep, investigate.
I have to, dude, because like I said, being at the Allstate Arena and trying to imagine a WrestleMania there is crazy.
Because the place is fucking huge.
I think it's small for WrestleMania.
Oh, the United Center. I mean,
Oh no, yeah, for sure. But like the Allstate, like a WrestleMania there, dude.
they were just trying to make sure it sold out.
Well, that too, and then part of the reason is that is our weather here sucks.
Yeah,
That's what they said about the one in Philly last year.
yeah. They should honestly just do because next year is when they are gonna start doing SummerSlam 2 nights, right?
Yeah, SummerSlam. So you could do that here at Soldier Field for
Yeah.
sure.
Do fucking WrestleMania in warm areas, and then SummerSlam you could do it in Philly, in Chicago.
In places that are normally cold during WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, yeah, SummerSlam at Soldier Field would be sick. Or Chicago needs to get their shit together and build a stadium that closes.
Yeah, that's true.
So that they don't have to face. Because that's really the issue. I think the one in Philly didn't close either. So I think I think that was the issue was because of the weather, and like I said, WrestleMania is like in April. It's still snowing here sometimes until mid-May.
Yeah, honestly, the snow doesn't start here till like February, dude.
Yeah, it's just like yeah. So that sucks because I would love a WrestleMania here again because I think it's only been. Well, I think WrestleMania 2 was in Chicago and two other places because that was like the three. It was like three events in one night, all streamed at the same time. It was really weird. And I remember WrestleMania 13 was in Chicago, and then WrestleMania 22.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's been a long time.
We got to push for WrestleMania in Chicago again. How the fuck is Indiana getting a bunch of stuff next year?
Indianapolis, dude? Like, have you been there? There's like one tall building. That's it.
Dude, whenever we go visit my sister in college in Michigan, we drive through Indiana, and just right away, the second you get into Indiana, just start smelling like freaking cow shit. Oh shit, you froze.
The cow shit?
Okay.
You
Yeah,
froze.
it smells like cow shit, or like it just gives off the vibe of a gas station where the crackheads hang out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's up on the rise. Maybe Pat McAfee do with it.
Yeah, no, when I go to Michigan too, for sure. It's I drive through Indiana. I mean, I don't mind Indiana, but it's like just a weird state.
No man, fuck Indiana.
Yeah, Michigan better.
Yeah, if I could, I would just get on a boat and go to Michigan like that.
On a boat?
Yeah, through Illinois, just to completely avoid Indiana.
Like hop on like Michigan?
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna just ride my boat over there.
Yeah, dude, and it is wild that Indiana is just like surrounded by like progressive, progressive type of states that have legalized stuff and all this shit. But then Indiana right in the middle, like we're sticking true to our roots.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, how do you think the weed policy has gone in the WWE?
The weed policy in WWE is probably super lax because it's pretty lax for the UFC, and obviously Endeavor being the parent company. I'm sure they have different like drug testing, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's pretty relaxed for both of them. I mean, dude, those videos of Matt Riddle, we're gonna talk about these on every podcast.
dude. Can you just imagine how good a locked in Matt Riddle would be
Yeah, because he's an actual MMA fighter.
if he was
So
gonna because they said he was gonna win the Royal Rumble.
yeah, right. He was supposed to.
Imagine that guy fucking winning a championship. Who was the champion during that time? Roman.
Uh, which one was he supposed to win? 2021.
Around that time, this is when I wasn't watching.
Yeah, it was Roman and Brock. Yeah, because I think that's the one that Brock won, right? That's the one that Brock won.
That's when Brock won. Yeah,
Yeah, because he lost his belt that night. I remember. Yeah, Brock lost his belt that night to Bobby Lashley, and then he entered the Rumble and won it. Everybody was pissed off.
yeah. That's awful. I would have.
That's like all right, and it was just to set up him versus Roman. I
So was
think
Roman.
no, or am I tripping? I don't know.
So then imagine Matt Riddle versus Bobby or Roman.
Matt Riddle versus Bobby would have made more sense,
Yeah,
just because
who
it's
would have just
more.
got squashed by Roman.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more believable for sure. It's an underdog story at the same thing, but Bobby Lashley doesn't have that like I'm untouchable, like you can't touch me right now, you can't beat me. So that would have been believable.
Especially with how poorly WWE treats people of color.
What do you mean, dude?
I mean, they book him pretty bad.
Hey, crime time? What you mean? No, I know.
Yeah. Hey, RIP to Chad.
Chad Gaspar, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That's a crazy story. When it broke through, I was like, damn, really, Chad? I was like, that's crazy. At
yeah.
least he died a hero, though.
Have you seen the video of him and MVP crying when Kofi won?
No,
Yeah,
at
they were like at a
WrestleMania.
bar or something like that, and there
Okay,
was a camera on them, and they're like tearing up, like watching Kofi win.
that's
Like,
awesome, dude.
that's fucking sick, dude.
Kofi's Jamaican accent.
Triple H is like,
Yeah,
wait a
wait a
sec.
minute. Didn't you have a Jamaican accent? He's like, oh shit.
When New Day turned back the time and he came back as Jamaican, he's like no, I had my best years as this.
When CM Punk came back and he was like, Kofi, you're making me crazy.
I don't do
Yeah,
that.
Kofi's, I don't do that no more. Kofi's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about how they've been doing people of color in the WWE recently?
Talk about it.
Getting rid of MVP. I mean, MVP's like older now and stuff, but Bobby could definitely with the release of Brock, I feel like he could have been
The
like a
next
new
beast.
type, like a
Yeah.
beast, like
I feel like maybe there was contract disputes with those two guys. Or maybe just creative differences, you know?
I mean, MVP's straight up saying that he's basically like booking the people of color poorly. Like Montez isn't getting any shine. He's definitely a bigger star than a lot of these people. Street Profits could definitely. They've been on the losing streak for a while.
For a while.
I think. Who else? Cedric Alexander. He was at once like people. The whole crowd was chanting to hire him, and then he just kind of. He's just like an afterthought now. Who else? I mean, NXT's doing a good job with Obafemi and Trick Williams, but
Yeah.
like
That's Shawn
Car-
Michaels right there.
Carmelo Hayes kind of lost the whole series against Andrade.
Well, the whole NXT thing makes sense because you remember that promo between DX and Crime Time where Shawn Michaels was the one that was talking to them, and
He's
Triple
like,
H
yeah.
was just there like, "What's going on for Shizzle?"
And it was so bad. He was like, yo, for shizzle, we need some tickets. Like,
It was so bad. We got you, we got you. As I said, it makes sense as to why NXT is thriving with the black community. It's Shawn, dude. He gets
yeah,
them.
dude.
He
And
gets them.
you have so many. I don't know. Like, and then on Raw, it's like, who does Raw have? They got like LWO just jobbing to everybody. I mean, I guess Dominic and Damien, but
Yeah.
I don't know. At least they're not giving them like stereotypical roles like the Mexicools and
Yeah, I
just
get you. Like,
luchadors. Like Dragon Lee is a beast. He had him doing pretty good, and then he kind of just like was off TV for a while. It, I don't know.
dude, they need to bring in like a cruiserweight. They need to bring in two more belts to each brand. I guess there would be too many belts at that point, but I think it's something to keep people more engaged. You know what I'm saying?
How would you have the titles right now?
How would I add the titles?
Like what type of titles is cruiserweight or
Definitely a cruiserweight for the men's, and then it'd be cool. I think the cruiserweight for the men's, you should make it like inter promotional, meaning it could be defended on SmackDown and Raw. That way, you can
yeah
have all the mid carders go for like all the low tier mid carders go for that one, while the high tier mid carders are focused on the U.S. and the Intercontinental. And then
yeah.
the women's need like a minor secondary title too.
I think the way I would have it, I would have obviously the top two ones for
Hmm.
each brand. I think one of them, no, like have it as it is because they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, other than Crybaby Cody, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
I think with the mid cards, Logan really fucked up the prestige that the U.S. title had.
yeah,
John Cena, MVP, like all these people. I think LA Knight's kind of bringing it back for sure.
he
He's
will.
been defending it way more. But the Intercontinental title, like I think between one of those two, I think it should be like for the mid cards, it should be like less like promos and storylines, but just like straight up
Actual wrestling.
like all right, this fight was over, this feud was over. Let's have a tournament. Set up the person. Like you don't need. I feel like you don't need a whole storyline for every single title.
Nah. And the Intercontinental, that's always been the workman's title. Like it's always been rewarded to the person that's been the hardest worker. Like always. And
Yeah,
it's always been a stepping stone to the world title. And look at Gunther.
right.
Like picture perfect, like he had it for the longest time and then boom, right next to the top tier.
And I think they're doing good by it with
Yeah. Oh
Braun
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
Sammy and Jay right now.
Well, I like what Sammy's doing because now he's beefing with Gunther. That's perfect. Again, that's
Yeah,
something that I had lined up for when we plan out the future events. I had that lined up going on too. And Braun, dude, Braun is a perfect IC champion right now.
yeah, yeah.
But him he's a heel. Well, I mean, I guess it went heel, face, heel, right? Because Sammy had it. And then I guess another face would have to take it back from him. I'd like to see him
Jay would probably be the best one, but they gotta drop the fucking main event.
main event Jey Uso.
It's gotta be mid event Jay Uso.
If he could get a good IC match, you could definitely have that be a main event. Look at I think SummerSlam '92, Bret Hart versus British Bulldog.
Yeah,
That was the main event.
yeah.
That's for the
But
IC.
then there wasn't multiple like top of the card
Yeah, it was different. It
championships.
was
That
different.
was like the second one,
Yeah,
and then the tag team titles. I feel like with the tag titles, you're doing less work. I think they shouldn't have split it up, but just have like the tag titles be like also like the workers like like you could
interpromotional.
defend it on Raw, you could defend it on SmackDown, defend it on NXT, what you call it, and then yeah, like they should just have one of the titles should just be just straight up like no promos, just right off the bat, opening up the evening with like a fucking sick ass 10-minute fight.
Yeah. Do you remember that 24/7 championship battle?
Yeah,
See, that one was cool. It was a gimmicky belt, but it was interesting because it was just like, oh, okay, like that's fire. Like it's at some points it did get a little goofy, but I think it was intentionally goofy.
yeah, yeah. Something like that would be cool because most of the belts aren't even being defended on PLEs. Like
Yeah.
obviously the Drew and the CM Punk rivalry is great, but they're fighting for what the bracelet. Obviously, it's more than the bracelet,
Hey,
but
you shut your mouth. No, I
but
get you.
it used to feel like the belts. I don't know, maybe it's just because I was younger and I don't remember, but I feel it's just like the top two. You
Well,
know,
I feel the same way, but then I recently watched like a video of a dude kind of breaking it down. A lot of people like the way PLEs are going now with less matches and stuff because it used to be like like 10 matches all in one card, and it'd be like a little overkill because you wouldn't be able to show off the right amount of people. Now
Right.
you get like 5, 6 good quality matches, which is cool. But then, like you said, we're seeing less of the championship. I don't know. It's one of those weird, tricky areas because it's like, yeah, I'd like to see it defended all the time, but at the same time, you kind of need to just keep it under wraps,
Yeah,
keep it
like
like treasure.
it should be like at least like the mid card belts should be the main event of Raw or SmackDown or whatever.
Either that or like a basic as like PLE that doesn't really like a backlash, like it doesn't need a big WWE title card. Like, all right, it's a big IC match. Like, all right, cool, I'll fuck with it.
Right.
Especially if it's two good wrestlers. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, like obviously not anything like where AEW does, where they have every single person on the card. Where like the list shouldn't be fucking
That
long
big.
as fuck of
Yeah.
everybody fighting, and it's like you go kind of like before I really knew, I was like I seen it, I'm like, oh, is this shit gonna be like fucking 6 hours long? But no, it's still 3 hours. They're
Yeah.
just
It's
some
very
matches.
fast.
Some matches just quick roll up. Like
Like,
I don't know.
that kind of doesn't really like you said, doesn't need a storyline, but they need to have a purpose. You get me?
Yeah,
The one thing that I like the AEW did that served them well was when they did the ranking system. That was cool.
yeah,
Because then that proved like, oh look, this dude's been 20-0. He should definitely be next in line for some belt.
right.
Yeah, the record thing is cool, and I wish WWE adopted that because that was really cool to see. Obviously, being a UFC fan, I see that all the time. But then that's kind of how we're like, oh, okay, yeah, he's here on the rankings. He's number one. He's number two. It makes more sense.
So something for like the Netflix coming up, is that something you'd like to see, like rankings, like
Yeah,
their win record for?
I think rankings would be cool. And like I
Yeah,
said, it just makes it interesting because then you could also have tournaments. Because then you could have like, okay, the number one guy is going against the number 8 guy. You don't have to do tournaments all the time. But like when something's like just running kind of dry, Gunther like he had the belt for like 600 plus days. It's like, all right, on day 500, let's have a little tournament. Figure out the next contender and shit like that.
right. And I mean, also like a fighting belt would give like help for all the people that are like really good wrestlers and like put on good shows, but they kind of suck at like doing promos and stuff.
Yeah,
Where I feel like not every single person needs to have a promo.
yeah. Some
Why does
people didn't.
why is this bottom mid carder like getting shitted on because he's not good at promos, but he's fucking amazing in the ring?
It's like Grayson Waller,
Yeah, like
good
Grayson Waller,
talker.
he's like a promo and stuff like that, but I don't know.
His
Not,
wrestling, there's something that he has. It's not there yet. You get me?
yeah,
He's like missing a thing or two, but like I could see what they see with him for sure.
yeah, because he could talk.
Yeah,
He's a troll, like
yeah,
truly at heart. It seems like.
yeah. And then not only, I think the other thing too is him being Australian.
Yeah,
Right now, anybody that's like not from the U.S., they're gonna really try to like, all right, let's tap into this dude a little bit because we want to try to feed that market whenever we go to that market because they're going
right.
overseas a lot more now too.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why. I guess he didn't really fumble Ricochet because he did have multiple belts,
Yeah,
IC and the US, and he was even like fighting champions. But people just constantly say he just can't cut promos.
yeah, too. And then not only that, I think his style of wrestling, he's like a nomadic wrestler. Like he could go into any promotion and he'd be fine. You
Yeah,
get me? Because he's
yeah,
just athletically, he's sick. He'll give you good spots. He just looks awesome. So it's like wherever he goes, he'll be fine.
right,
I think he left on his own. I think maybe again contract disputes. Maybe he wanted some more, a bigger push, and it just wasn't there for him. That's got to be one of the hardest jobs. Is like deciding who gets a push.
right, yeah,
Like it's awesome when the fans tell you by like LA Knight pushing him over, Dana Garcia pushing him over. Like okay, these are definitely big dudes. Let's try to give him a little push. But it's weird, like John Cena. Like obviously you saw him with
dude.
the little shorts.
Like for instance, right now they're trying really hard to push Sonya Deville and Zoe Starks and Shayna.
Not working.
We're good.
Yeah,
They're no,
Sonya Deville is good. I think she's a perfect like manager type role.
yeah,
Not really like a wrestler, but like yeah, like make her like a manager, like a Jimmy Hart, a Paul Bear,
like
a Lita,
have her talk for because Zoe
Shayna.
could kind of do the promos. The
which
Shayna,
cannot. Yeah,
nah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, have her be the voice, and then just be like, yeah, these are two brutal ass bitches, and I'm just the person that leads them, and shit like that.
Right.
I think they should
Yeah.
try that.
Yeah. Or, I don't know.
I don't like the Nia Jax push either. I'm not a big fan of hers.
She,
I don't like her push, but again, like you said, the bloodline's everywhere.
yeah. I mean, it does give like the big, imposing figure though for the women's
Yeah.
division, rather than most of them just being athletic and shit.
hmm And they're obviously going with the whole Tiffy's obviously gonna betray her. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those where like you see it, like, okay, we'll
It's
see
come
it.
from I see you come from a mile away.
But I hope that it's one of those that we know you like they're like, we know you guys see what's gonna happen, but we're still gonna flip it. You get me? Like, I
Right.
hope they add a twist to it. Like, I hope it's not like, all right, she cashed in at this time, and all right, whatever. Oh,
Yeah, that could be a good feud.
you know what would be cool? It'd be cool if they did like a tag team, like Tiffy and Nia versus Bailey and someone else. I don't know who the fuck else,
Well,
right?
they're doing that next weekend with next Friday with them two and Bailey and Noemi.
Okay, there you go. So it'd be cool if like on the PLE they have another tag team match, and then the PLE ends, Nia and Tiffy lose, and then while they lose, she like cashes in on her like right there,
Yeah,
or like mid match too. That'd be some wild ass shit. Like, just cancel out the tag team match and like it's 1-on-1 now. Like, what the fuck?
like as like the opposing team hit a finisher, she just like
Yeah, I'm
fuck right
cashing
now,
in.
right now, right now.
Yeah, dude, imagine if they do that and it turns the match into like a fatal four way.
Oh, that'd be
That
sick.
that'd be a pretty cool twist, right? Like, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, imagine it's like Nia, Tiffy versus Jade and Bianca, and then it turns into a fatal four way.
Oh man, yeah,
That'd
that'd
be
be
a
cool.
that'd be a
Dude,
good
we got to
way.
watch the match yesterday from Io and Bianca.
Yeah, I saw it. I haven't watched the match, but I saw the replay. I love Io Sky, dude.
Dude, so good.
Dude, she was so over during Backlash this year after WrestleMania. That's when they were
Yeah,
like, "Oh, we got to make her the champ."
yeah.
Or was that last year?
It was
Last
last
year,
year. Last year,
yeah,
yeah,
in Puerto Rico. Dude, she was so over,
yeah.
and
She
she
could
was
she could have defended it a little bit more, but definitely was. She's one of the best in ring performers,
for
like
women's.
man
Yeah,
and woman.
still gotta wait for Asuka to come back. I love
Oh
Asuka.
yeah, I think she signed a contract. She's coming back.
That's all I needed to hear.
But man, freaking Shinsuke, dude, he's just
I love.
letting him wither away.
I don't know what he's doing, man, but like, if I don't know if it's like his own doing or he's hurt or whatever.
He was performing when the doing live shows in Japan.
Okay.
But I
Actually, I
mean,
want.
like, other than
I want
that, who's somebody that you would want to be like on the screen currently?
AJ Styles.
Yeah, but he's old.
Dude, I live and die for AJ Styles. Man. I love AJ.
His
AJ and
soccer mom here.
Chris Jericho with your soccer mom haircut. Nah, I love AJ. Shinsuke is a great performer, but see, those two guys, I feel like they'd benefit from going to AEW.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, just because that style of wrestling is better for them. Do you get me? They would have some pretty good matchups. Obviously, Osprey, Omega being over there. Just, dude, the matches they can have. You get me?
Yeah.
But it's one of those where it's like, I don't know, because we've seen both of them on screen. Shinsuke's never won a world title. I think he's U.S. champ and maybe I think he's had the IC champ too in King of the Ring. But other than that, he's never
Wait,
had like the
he should have
big
beat AJ that one year.
at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely was the time frame. I think that was 2018. He won the Rumble that year.
Mm-hmm.
Won the Rumble, didn't fucking win it all. Yeah, he should have won that year. I agree. I like Montez Ford to get a push too.
Yeah, I mean, I speaking of AJ still, I'd like to see him finish his career off in TNA with how much
Oh,
they've been building up. That'd
that'd
be
be
beautiful to
sick.
see.
Especially with how they're just working together. JBL showing up.
Dude, JB, you seen he's been going everywhere, all types of
Yeah.
indie shows, just clotheslining everybody.
I hope that him going to all these indie shows is like just like a showing that WWE wants to work with all these little promotions.
He was at
That's it. Yeah.
CMLL. Yeah,
Like, I
freaking.
hope it's like, yeah, we want
Is
to.
he under is he on a Legends contract with WWE?
I'm not sure. I would
Or like,
assume
is he
so.
just doing this on his own? They're like, oh yeah, fucking dude, come through.
Well, he could just be doing it on his own, but now that he's in TNA, obviously the door to WWE is right there. So he's never not gonna be welcomed, you know?
Dude, I would love to see JBO be like a manager for somebody.
Oh, I
Such
can
a
see
great
that.
heel.
I can see that. Him being a manager for Nick Nemeth would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, but AJ as champion though would be in TNA, and
just one last
then
time.
putting those boots up. I seen their most recent pay per view. The arenas are getting bigger for them.
Dude, they're coming up. Like I said,
Yeah.
especially with, Joe Hendry fucking being huge
Yeah.
and then him being on NXT. That is so smart because him getting like, all the views and everything from being on TV and then jumping back over to TNA, like I said, it's just bringing those people over because, oh shit, this is where he wrestles. Let's go see.
Yeah, I feel like WWE is definitely going to take Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry off of them.
I kind of want them to, but at the same time, I kind of like them just going back and forth. It's really cool
Yeah,
because
yeah,
then you're allowing the wrestler to grow because they're working at both places, they're learning different systems, and then they're still getting like the spotlight.
yeah. I just wish that you would send more of their better wrestlers to TNA because they're really just sending like the bottom of
I was
like
gonna say that, yeah, somebody big has to show up, you know,
like Trick Williams versus Moose would cook.
fire. Well, like you said, if what if AJ were to show up? That'd be sick.
Yeah, they just been keeping it strictly NXT and TNA.
It'd be
But
cool if
man,
they do like a invasion angle,
oh yeah,
but like
because
where
on the first time that Joe Hendry showed up and he got eliminated right away from this like battle royale, he's like, I'll show up any show at any time. Say my name and I'll appear.
yeah,
And Joe Hendry just pops up behind me.
he's just Yeah, no, it'd be
Man,
cool if they do like a invasion angle. They come in and they beat up on Joe and be like, "Yeah, you're a fucking traitor anyway. Fuck you," you know? Like, and then it's either the NXT side or the TNA side is gonna be looking for like their one last guy, and that's when AJ comes in.
dude, imagine at like a Survivor Series.
Oh, dude, I got some pretty good plans for what I would like to see at Survivor Series.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Well, that's the last big pay per view. We get to Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and then it's like what you call it? They said that after when it starts off in Chicago NXT, that they're no longer going to be performing at doing that strictly in at the PC.
Okay,
That they're going to be touring. So
nice.
I assume they're not going to be considered as like the developmental, like at a certain extent, probably just like the younger wrestlers and stuff.
Like the minor league.
Yeah, but like
Hmm.
still like it's the third show now. Like it's not like
Yeah, it's not just like a stationary place, like you said, like because they traveled before, but it's for their big shows.
yeah,
Now it's just gonna be,
takeovers.
yep. Now it's just gonna be for their regular ass TV shows. That's awesome.
Yeah, so like having something the best of people fighting each other. Like imagine Obafemi versus LA Knight versus Braun Breaker.
Fire, dude.
That's banger. They could let me see the women's. Who's the women's on NXT?
It's
Oh,
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Yeah. What did
Roxanne versus
what did Chelsea
Roxanne
Green
versus
call her?
Nia. She's gonna get squashed.
What did Chelsea
Yeah.
Green call her? My little pint-sized champion or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Hey, her versus Julia is gonna be fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Well,
good.
once Julia's the champion, she
Yeah.
for sure she's gonna win.
I don't think she'll win right away.
Nah, you
Nah,
think so?
I think everybody's expecting her to win right away. I don't think she'll win right away.
Uh, yeah, okay. And
I
then who's
got
on Raw?
the
Who's the women's
women's.
champion?
It's Liv.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they're probably gonna continue with her versus Rhea for a while. I feel like.
What's the women's division in Raw like? Like you said, all you see is Rhea and Liv. I mean, you
Like
got
they got Bianca
Natalia,
and Jade there,
obviously.
but
Yeah,
that's because they're the tag champions and
yeah.
they're all over. But they do have Io there.
They got Io. They got Natalia. Zoe Stark. Right?
Yeah, like that little crew was always Stark, Shayna, Zelina.
I don't know, man. They really got a.
They could bring. I feel like they could bring on some of the girls from NXT probably.
I like NXT's Yeah, they can, but they need to do them right.
Yeah, they got some good talent there. Like that one chick, Sol Ruka. She
Yeah,
does the
dude,
like crazy flips and shit.
her finisher's crazy.
Soul Snatcher is a
Yeah.
crazy name, first of all. But the way that she just does flips and shit so
Yeah,
effortlessly,
she is.
she could definitely.
She's athletic as hell. She's like Jeff Hardy and Lita together.
Yeah, like from the one,
Yeah,
it's their hybrid baby.
it's Jeff Lita.
But they also got they got Stephanie Vaquera
I was
coming
about to say
in,
Stephanie
and then
Vaquer
some other
is
chick from
sick.
Japan coming in too. I forgot her name.
Dude, Steph.
Delta.
Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer is crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
she's
her match with Mercedes Moné at Forbidden Door, she was so over.
yeah.
Like she went in the heel and came out the favorite.
Mercedes Hogan though. She just had a
Mercedes Hogan. Hey, she said she was supposed to sign with WWE for WrestleMania 39. I think she said.
Mercedes at that.
That she was going to. She was close to.
Damn, that would have been sick. I think she's doing good now though.
Well, she's
Even though
fine.
she's a heel and like everybody hates her.
But that's how it should be. Just leave her
Yeah.
over there. She's fine over there. Remember, Charlotte's still gonna come back eventually. Becky's probably still gonna come back too.
Oh yeah, dude. Charlotte should go to Raw. That'll
You think?
definitely help level out stuff.
You think so?
SmackDown, they got Nia, they got Tiffany, they got Bailey.
Well, I think they might want to do a Tiffany versus Charlotte match.
Ooh, gotta
Wouldn't be
cook,
bad. Wouldn't be bad. But people would be mad if Charlotte were to be here.
bro. I don't care. Chelsea Green needs to be the best. She needs the belt. Have you
Give
seen
her
her
the
matches in TNA
Yeah. Give her the
or
NXT belt.
Lucha Underground, dude?
Yeah. No, give her the NXT belt first. Why
Like
not?
she got like the promos on lock. Like she has all the stuff.
Oh,
Like
she could talk. Oh yeah.
people love her, dude.
Yeah.
She's like a Karen wrestler, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like
No, she's good. Well, she's good in NXT. Why not make it a triple threat? Julia, her, and Roxanne, and have Chelsea Green come out the winner because nobody would see that shit coming.
oh yeah, that fucking cook.
And then you don't gotta make her reign long. You can make it like to the next PLE, which yeah, kind of sucks transitional champion, but at the same time, it's a good reward for her. You know.
Yeah, but like definitely a comedic wrestler like her, it also like makes sense to have her lose like the next day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it's like
Yeah,
cool. So it'd be a good like here, you know, like it's a congratulations for all your hard work.
or especially with them having the mid card belt. Oh,
Well,
like they could that girl too, Kalani Jordan.
yeah,
I feel like she could probably definitely get called up now.
I think they might get called
Oh,
up, which
SmackDown
means
also has Michin.
they don't use her enough. Her finisher's whack.
You don't like it?
The kick,
I feel like in a certain way it could be used good. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen that move used before as just like a regular wrestling move.
Yeah, but she's been doing like those street fights and shit like that.
Well, she's hardcore.
Yeah,
She's definitely like she likes more of the gimmicky matches. Like it's not regular one on ones. Like let me do some shit.
yeah, like that could be like you could definitely have it as an angle for the women's, like not just all glitter and glamour and stuff.
That was the whole Divas Revolution that what's her name AJ Lee Page kind of started.
Dude, you think with because CM Punk said at the Chicago show that he has a bunch of surprises for everybody. You think she'll come back?
She will not to wrestle.
Nah.
Nah, maybe she'll come in kind of like Beth Phoenix did with Edge, just to help him out sometimes. Make sure he doesn't get like beat up. But I know Beth did wrestle. I don't think AJ will wrestle.
I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty sick if
It'd be
she does.
cool. Yeah,
Just just even have her on the screen.
that's what I'm
Like
saying. Yeah,
say like Roxanne beats Julia, and then they're like, oh, she's doing a promo like, oh, I told you I beat everybody, you know, yada yada yada, and then boom, AJ comes out.
that'd be pretty cool. That's at the Chicago show when they're going at each other.
Yep.
Dude, CM Punk's gonna be there, confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Are we doing it? We're going.
Yeah, let's get tickets. You said this Friday. I'm down.
Yeah, low key.
Dude, now that should be good. Like I said, all these new changes, the shows popping up on new channels and all that stuff. That's just perfect for like a title change. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why the Netflix Raw first show is gonna be huge.
Yeah, who do you think? Ethan Page. He's good. Definitely could. I could see him getting dethroned at there.
Yeah,
Oh, but Femi, dude,
beast.
I don't see anybody stopping that man anytime
Nah,
soon. I can see him making him a two belt champion.
just for
Something
the
like that.
looks, man. The whole two belt thing is cool, but like the UFC's done it too much, and now wrestling's trying to do it. Like it just looks cool, but it's one of those like we've had it before a long time ago in WWE.
When Randy had it, that was sick.
He's had
Bryan
done
Danielson was also pretty good too.
John Cena and Shawn Michaels when they were tag champs, and John Cena was the WWE champ too.
Oh yeah,
Like there's been a lot like that where it'd be like like the rivals get teamed up, they become tag champions while one of them is the world champ. Like we've seen that a lot.
yeah.
Like it's nothing new.
But like as a singles champ though, no,
Yes,
but Randy having the top two of both, that was fucking sick.
Chris Jericho did it first.
Oh yeah, beating Rock and Stone Cold.
Dude, it's like what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that was
On
insane.
the same night, no one talks about that shit. It's crazy.
He's not gonna get his credit until he's done, dude.
It's because I think this later end of his career right now is kind of ruining his legacy.
Dude, his fight with Mystico at CMLL. Why is that so hard for me to say right now?
CMLL?
CMLL. After the match, you can see there's cameras on Mystico, and he's like in the ring, just like disappointed, like fuck, dude, like,
Yeah.
that sucked.
It's just like when he first got into AEW, it was perfect because he was their biggest name. And then just he should have retired maybe like 2, 3, not really retired, but more so into more of a manager role,
Yeah, like he could easily do that. He
especially
has
with the Jericho Appreciation Society or whatever.
he
That's
had
when he
so
should.
many guys there.
Yeah, that's when he should
Yeah,
have like stepped back and been like, all right, let me let these guys go.
like he doesn't he do announcing for Dynamite or not
Yeah,
Dynamite
some
Rampage?
yeah, like
Yeah,
he's
so
perfect for that.
like you don't like we don't need it.
Yeah,
You can be training these people if you still want to be in the ring. Like
yeah. It's one of those where, like I said, I think like these last 2 years maybe are just really like, and then those allegations that came out just made it even worse.
yeah, but they still push them.
Yeah, it's one of those like, damn, dude, like you said, if his later end of his career had ended like 2 or 3 years ago, he'd probably be in my top five.
Yeah, I mean, even still, just WWE in general.
He's top 10 for sure.
Yeah,
Just because of the
there's
way
no doubt.
he's always been able to reinvent himself. He stayed Chris Jericho, but a different form, and it's always worked.
I think if there was ever a perfect time to do it, it should be like pretty soon.
Yeah,
He has the Big Bill, and the bad Brian Keith, whatever his name is.
yeah.
Like those two good wrestlers that he could just be the voice pieces for them. Even the
I
dude Big Bill, he's like rounding himself out. He's pretty
yeah.
good.
Well, I think like I said, when he had the Appreciation Society, it was perfect because he had some Sammy Guevara, like the
Yeah,
next young guy, Jack Hager to take over. It's like, dude, it's like right there. It's like perfect. Just step back.
right. You have a guy that used to be world champion,
Yeah.
like Danny Garcia was in there too.
It's one of those where it's like you had everybody with you. It's like just let him go and you let yourself go. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
dude.
yeah, him doing it, I think he might have been the first one that did it to that grand scale.
Man, who's all right? We should end it off. I'm gonna give you one wrestler to go look up that I feel like is underrated and could do really good with the right push
Mm-hmm.
with the rocket on his back. Is Lee Moriarty
Lee
from
Moriarty.
AEW.
Okay, I feel
He's
like I've seen.
currently ROH television champion or
Okay, yeah.
something like that. You know, the ROH belts kind of like don't have significance right now.
Yeah.
But dude, he has this whole like thing called Tiger Style. Like that's his like what he calls his form of wrestling because it's like a mix of like technical luchador.
Oh, it's sick. Okay.
Yeah, and he comes out in like a yellow puffy jacket because it's like like an homage to like Wu Tang. He's like a big Wu Tang guy. He comes he has a mask on too. It's like a tiger mask
I
because
feel like
like
I've
also to
seen it.
represent his
Yeah,
luchador
I feel
because
like
he
I've
came up
seen it.
in Mexico.
Okay.
And then he also every now and then he'll have the MF Doom mask too.
Oh, sick.
So like he represents like hip hop and all that stuff. But his style of fighting, dude. If there was a match I'd have you watch, is him versus what's the Japanese wrestler in the Don Callis family? Like
Takeshita.
yeah,
Yeah.
him. was like 25-ish minutes.
Okay.
Dude, banger of a
Yeah.
match.
I'm gonna watch that shit right now, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like I've seen him now that you said that he has the mask, and I feel like I've seen his name pop up on like, oh, in today's episode of Rampage or whatever, and they showed him like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's
But
on he's on Rampage a lot. Every now and then he'll be on Collision, but he rolls with that other dude, Shane Taylor.
okay.
I'm not too crazy about that guy, but yeah, his fighting, I feel like he could do a lot better.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Remember when we were at the AEW show, and what's his name from the Acclaimed was like right there next to us?
Oh yeah, Max Caster or whatever.
Yeah, he was like right there, dude.
He's just chilling.
We were just like, okay. And then when we left, Action Andretti walked right past us.
Oh yeah,
As
yeah.
we were leaving, it was him and some. I didn't catch the other dude, but they were like walking with their briefcase, just walking right past us. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo,
You're
that's
like, "You're
Action
just
Andretti.
fighting right
What?
now."
What the fuck?" Yeah, but I'll definitely look up Lee Moriarty. You said?
Yeah, Lee Moore, he's fucks with him. Yeah, the next time we record, I'll have somebody else for you.
Okay, I'll
Is
definitely.
there is there any underrated person that you want more people to get a shine on?
If I were to give you anybody that's underrated, I'd definitely have to go like back in time. I think Mr. Perfect is somebody that a lot of people don't give enough credit to.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
somebody that
I seen Brett talking about him.
yeah, he died young too. Obviously, I think he was
He's
like
the
in
guy
his
that had the
30s.
towel, right?
Yep,
And like was like ripped.
had like the blue kind of spandex over and had the towel. Watch him. Obviously, him versus Brett. Any of their matches are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, his work as a heel was awesome because he was just like this cocky dude. But then they had like all these vignettes of him like throwing like perfect spirals, like hitting like perfect threes, and like this dude was literally fucking like perfect at everything. So like it
Right.
all just made sense, and it was one of those gimmicks that at that time in the '90s. So you know you had Doink the Clown, you had the Bushwhackers, you had just all these weird ass gimmicks. It was like, oh, and you had this dude just being a jock and just being good at everything. Like, oh, okay. And then it turns out he's a heel. Like, oh, so now not only is he good, but then he's a heel too. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, when I was watching this video on him, they were saying that he's one of the best heels and stuff. I was like, oh, because I've seen him before. Obviously,
Yeah.
with
Oh yeah.
when people do lists of like all the times or whatever, and you see the guy, you think he's like a good guy, a baby face and stuff, but
Dude,
I guess he was a heel. I'm gonna have to
nah,
look up on him.
yeah, he was a good heel. He was just like I said, he was just cocky. And then his match with Bret Hart at SummerSlam '91 was dope.
Yeah.
That was when Bret won the IC. If you want to watch that one, that's a good place to start. But yeah, any of his matches, like I said, he's awesome.
I'll check him out.
Yeah, rest in peace to Kurt Hennig.
And then another good match you should watch is Ray versus Psychosis in Japan. It's like from like '96 or something like that.
Okay.
I'll send you the link, and we can have all these links. Like
Share it on the video.
We could do the Bret Hart Mr. Perfect match.
Yeah, I think that's on the WWE YouTube's page, so I'll definitely link that one up here for sure. One of my favorite matches.
All right, man. Well, let's
Dude, good conversation, man. This was awesome.
Oh,
Fred
yeah.
Michaels, out of here.
I'm gonna do the Sabu every time. Or should I do the? Say his name.
I wish you could zoom in. I wish you could zoom in as you did that. I'm gonna see post editing. I could do that. Just zoom into your head.
You should, yeah. And just me.
All right, dude. Good conversation, man. Thank you
All right,
to
man.
anybody that listens. We'll come back soon with more shit, more
we
content.
gotta record because we got over 50 views on that first one.
Oh, it's still coming.
We gotta do the hot sauce, the last dab. Coming soon, guys.
But it's just slowly but surely we'll get this train a rolling.
Hell yeah.
Sweet, man. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys at the next one.